folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Hey, we're bringing to you a unboxing. We're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Xbox One. This is the newest thing to come out of Microsoft when it comes to the Xbox. And we got some games too. We'll be reviewing these on separate posts, the Madden 25 and the Call of Duty Ghosts. They're out of the 4s of 5, so we're trying to find that, but we'll get a chance to review it. So watch for those reviews, and let's go ahead and get this unboxing on the road. So let's take a look at the box itself. You can see here, it's a pretty heavy box. It's got some interesting things down the side about what's in the box. Some more sort of stuff that's back here, and that's pretty much the box in and of itself. I don't think there's anything to see on the bottom, just legalese. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Let's see what do you get when you order the Xbox One. So this looks pretty interesting. Looks like what we have is a unit there that you can take and see. We'll see if this is going to stand up for us. Let's just go ahead and break that back. And there we go. I think we can see that just fine. So let's take a look and pull out the unit. I believe maybe the first thing that I want to take and do here. I'm just guessing. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. So here is the Kinect. So there's that. Looks like it's got some plastic and stuff on it. We'll go ahead and see if we can peel it off real quick so you can see what it looks like. There it is. That is a beauty. So it looks like it's got a mount too on the bottom. So if you want to mount this to a tripod, you could, and probably different things that will mount to a TV. Flipping around this side, you can see the back. Looks like it's got an attached cord, and then it's got a super long, heavy-duty cable cord take and plug into your Xbox. So we'll set this aside for now. Let's see what else we have in the box. We'll go ahead and pull that loose. We'll pull this loose. Feels like there's something else in here. So what we have here is a headset. So that's cool. It comes with a headset. That's really nice. Let's go ahead and open that up, take a look at what that is. So it comes with a headset, and a pretty good looking headset. The Xbox, it's pretty light, cheapish looking, if you will. You know, it doesn't look like a really nice headset. And of course, it's got the plug here, the wire. Good, set that aside. Then we also have some more cordage for cabling, stuff of that nature. Here it looks like we have the giant power unit for the Xbox, so that's interesting. Definitely still giant and heavy duty as ever. Looks like we also have here a controller, some batteries, so we've got the brand new controller to go with it. We also have some more cordage here. It looks like this is an HDMI cable that we have, and I believe maybe all. It looks like we got some instruction manuals, different things, get equipped, etc., all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and figure that this must be the unit in and of itself. Let's go ahead and pull this out. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way with this, but I guess we'll find out. Just going to pull the stuff off. Boy, that is good looking. It's much better looking than I thought it would be, that I saw in pictures and stuff. So this is the first time I've been able to see the box up close. What we'll do is set this stuff aside, move this back a little bit so you can kind of get a good view of it, if you will. So it looks like across the front, we've got the place where you put your CDs in, or your DVDs, or whatever you want to call them, your Xbox discs. It's like we've got, I don't know if this is touch or not, place in the side for SSD, USB plugins. Looks like we have another button over here. And let's see. In the back here, we have a locking area where you can lock this down. That's probably good so it doesn't get stolen. We have your Ethernet connection, IR out connection. Looks like some of these are connections to the Kinect. We have some USB connections. Can't see, they don't look blue, so I think they're still USB 2.0. There's an HDMI in, HDMI out, and your digital SPDIF, I believe, out, and then of course a place to put the cable to go ahead and plug it in, give it power, baby, power. It definitely is a really beautiful looking unit. Really, really pretty and good looking. So, now what we're going to do, fire up, test it, come back and tell you what we really think. Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Come here with our Xbox One review, and of course we've just did the unboxing, so if you haven't seen that video or it's not attached to this video, go ahead and check for that, search for on the Chris Voss Show YouTube channel or on the website. Now, this is the new Xbox One, and I definitely like the experience. I recently upgraded from the Xbox 360, and I'm very happy I did. We'll talk about how and why. And they made several different improvements to the device. One thing that is kind of weak with the Xbox One is a lot of the games weren't really made for the high graphic detail of the Xbox One and playing on a 1080p atmosphere. Now, if you don't have a 1080p screen, you're probably not going to worry about it too much, but some people have noticed the quality of some of the games. Now, Forza 5, we'll show you in a bit, of course, was made really for the Xbox One and really shows the complete usage or the complete function of what the Xbox One is going to look like on a lot of cool games as they get rewritten or changed for 1080p. A lot of them still, the older games are being upscaled through software to 1080p, and sometimes there's rendering issues that you can kind of see if you're kind of a 1080p audiophile like I am, or I wouldn't say audiophile, video file, I guess, if you want to call it that. But it's not something you're really going to notice. You're going to enjoy the gameplay a whole lot better. One thing they've changed that's really awesome is you can jump right into and out of the games from the menu. You don't have to wait for a load out and load in anymore. Although there still is a load in when you start up a game for the first time. But when you want to pause a game and come to the menu, you can more easily do that. We'll show you how that works right here. So we can easily go right into playing the Xbox game here. What are we in? We're in COD. So we can do this, and then we can easily pause, go right back to the menu in the game and get in and out of it, which is really nice. A great feature that they've taken and changed with the Xbox One over the 360, where you used to have to pause, and if you wanted to come out of the game, you had to come clean out and then go all the way back in, etc., etc. One pain in the butt thing about the game, though, when you first do this, when you first install a game on your Xbox One, it has to like copy major portions of the file to the hard disk on the Xbox One. So when you first buy a game, you come running home, you put in your Xbox One, you can't immediately play it, which really sucks, even though you have the CD. And downloading files on the Xbox One are humongous. I bought Forza 5 over the thing, and wow, it's a lot of download. I think it took like 3 hours or something to download, and it's a huge file on the Xbox One. So kind of, I think those are the two biggest turnoffs for me, that real pain in the butt. You literally have to buy a disc, you come home all excited, you have to put it in, let it boot up to about 20-25% before you can finally play it, and even then you can't play it very well, and it has to copy it over. What's really irritating is, in spite of that process, you still have to put in a disc every time you want to play. So it's not storing like the whole disc, as far as you can tell, on the Xbox One and taking up hard drive space. At least I don't know if it is or not. But the pain in the butt problem is with it saving that installation is that you still have to keep putting in the discs. Like if I want to put a Madden 25 in, I still have to put in the disc, even though it saved a portion of it to the hard drive. Just a real stupid, dumb, non-thought out process. I'm sure it has something to do with copying stuff. The menu is much better. The controls are much better. The audio is much more improved, especially if you have a high-end system. You're going to notice a much more better improved quality of sound. The controller is much more responsive. I enjoy playing games on it much better than the Xbox 360. The speed and the flow of the controller, and just the more control you'll have over the characters themselves is just 100%, 200% greatly improved. It's not much of a difference. In fact, you'll be like, why did I ever bother with this old archaic 360 controller? So The controller is much more responsive, and I think some of that has to do with the software on the games themselves. They seem to respond better too. So there's that. There's a snap feature where you can do different windows, and you can create different snaps that you can flip through, which is interesting, where you can flip between different apps that you may have, one and the other, and you can kind of basically like Windows, you can flip between the two, have them on screen, and then you can flip to them and everything else. It's kind of a neat feature, but I don't know how many people are going to have 2 or 3 things going on their Xbox at the same time. If that works for you, then great. One thing that is cool is the Xbox One will give you Blu-ray CD capability, so you can throw away your Blu-ray player, and you can literally go right to having a Blu-ray player on your Xbox One. One pain in the butt problem is you do have to download a little app for it. It's not that big of a deal, but you're just like, why didn't you just put that on there for me? The menus are very easy and controllable to get around. Things are very fast and speedy. They're definitely an enhancement in quality over the Xbox 360. I was kind of on the fence about doing the upgrade. I'm so glad I did, and I really enjoy the experience. To give you an idea of what I did, I took and bought the Xbox One and put my Xbox 360 with Kinect on Amazon. I ended up getting $250 for it, which offset the cost I ended up paying of $500 plus some tax for the Xbox One, and that made it a lot less painful. The painful part was giving up my games, which you have there, which you can do, and having to buy new games. But I pretty much just bought some games that I didn't have before. I did buy Call of Duty Ghosts, and I wasn't impressed with the quality of graphics over the original Call of Duty on the 360. But if you read up on it, you'll see what the issue is there with 1080p rendering and Call of Duty. It's not quite fully up to par. Rise, of course, looked great. It was built for the game, and I really enjoyed the way it looked. Madden 360, holy crap, Madden 360 is 10 times better, if not 100 times better on the Xbox One over the 360. What's really neat too is with the unit, using this, you can use Skype, so you can do full 1080p video calling. It works incredibly well. The other thing is you can do visual sign-ins, so it can see you, know who you are. You don't have to keep pushing the sign-in button. It can just see you based upon the Kinect sensor and decide to let you into this thing. So I really like it from that aspect. And of course, if you do have your 360, you can plug it into the throughput in the back of the HDMI, and with the HDMI, you can take and go into throughput put through on the machine, and you can play your Xbox 360 through your Xbox One. You can see here some of the different things that they have, where you can select apps, different things like that. What else do we want to cover with you guys? I think you pretty much can see everything that we've got going on. You've got great control with the controllers. You can, of course, talk to it, everything else. You've got your Kinect, if you do it, where you can take and have more control. You've got Xbox Live Gold, etc., on live, and all that good stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful setup, and I highly recommend it. Let's take a look at a couple games. One of the best games that are on the Xbox One, mainly because it was built in 1080p, true 1080p, and broadcasts very well on a 1080p screen without having to do any sort of upscale or software manufacturing, is Forza 5. And you can see here the graphics really show what the future of Xbox One is going to be as more and more games are built for 1080p and the Xbox One. The graphics on the Forza 5 are just immaculate, and probably one of the best games that represents the graphics on Xbox One, at least to this recording. Just beautiful, beautiful graphics. You almost feel like they're real, and you're in a real car race or whatever the way you want to take a look at it. The feel is immaculate. The sound, of course, is immaculate. It's one of the most beautiful games you can play on the Xbox One. There's not a lot available, of course, as of this video recording. And the feel is really great and enjoyable. And but really, the graphics are just wonderful. And I don't think there's any real game that shows as well or plays as well in the look and feel of the true graphics of the Xbox One experience than the Forza 5. Or at least that's the context of both myself and a lot of people. Most of the other games right now weren't really built in the 1080p structure, and they're or at least not with Xbox One standards, so they don't really play too well. You can see some different issues with the graphics, as we talked about earlier. The nice thing about the Forza 5 is it just looks really beautiful in how it plays, and you don't see any of the sort of weird outside areas of graphics having dithering problems and things like that you see in some of the things that still need to be upgraded on some of the other platform, or some of the other games, if you will, that still need to be upgraded for Xbox One. So Forza 5 is really beautiful and definitely really a great experience and enjoyable experience for the game. Overall, I really like the Xbox One. The sound on it is just awesome and much more better than the Xbox 360, and the quality and the dimension of sound. The graphics, of course, 10 times better, if not more so. I don't know if that's an accurate figure, so just take that for what it's worth. But yeah, it's definitely, the controls play a lot better. I really like the way the controls play, and the way that everything rolls out through the controls, and you're able to control things. Things are a whole lot easier. Overall, I think it's definitely worth it, even though there's a limited amount of games to upgrade to the Xbox One. If you have the Xbox 360, of course, if you haven't bought the Xbox One or the Xbox 360, it's a great chance to take and buy it. Even though there's limited games, there is definite a better experience on my Madden, on my Ghost for COD, and all the other games that I've played so far. The experience has been much better on the Xbox One, and I'm really glad that I spent the money to upgrade. What's really nice is you can sell your Xbox 360 on like Amazon, and you can actually get like, I think about $200 is what I ended up getting for mine. I think I got $250 because I had the Kinect, and I had a 250 gigabyte one. So it really doesn't end up costing you too much more to get the Xbox One, and then you can sell and help absorb some of the costs with your Xbox 360. So that's what I did. So anyway, 2 thumbs up. Love the Xbox One. It's a great product. We haven't compared, of course, with the PS4, and we hope to do that soon, so watch for that. But other than that, be sure to check it out, and thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. I'm off to the races with the Forza 5 product, and it's definitely going to be a wonderful experience if I ever learn how to drive. Of course, as you can see here, driving and talking is my thing.